Hey, this is Jack Young, the elementary school principal at the Country Day School. By now, you have been informed that tomorrow, March 12th, and Friday, March 13th, we have decided to suspend classes for all of the students at Country Day School in an effort to keep people safe and healthy. Um, During this time, we're going to be implementing our distance learning plan. So tomorrow, Thursday, March 12th, all the teachers will be in school and we'll be finalizing our plan and beginning to launch it for Friday. In the meantime, on Thursday, there is going to be a principal's challenge that will be going out at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to everybody, and so that will be talked about later on. Really, what I want you to focus on today is this distance learning plan that you see here. It's attached in the email I just sent, and familiarize yourself with this because this is really important to understand how this distance learning is going to work, what your role as parents are, and what the expectation for working are for the students. So here's the introduction to the general plan overall, throughout CDS. As you scroll down, you'll see the different platforms that are mentioned and the roles of us at school here, from our leadership team all the way down to teachers and counselors and all the people that are involved, curriculum coordinators and whatnot. Um, and then obviously the roles of the students. So what is going to be most important to you is this part here, the distance learning for elementary school, this overview. So again, this plan really relies on a solid partnership between school and home in order to make it effective for our elementary school students. So this is really where we want to focus on the role of the parents. It is really essential that you are familiar with what the expectation is of you as parents at home, as well as for the students. So take some time to really carefully go through this role of parents, so that you understand what is expected of you. The elementary school distance learning plan content and timing is right here. Um, this will be different for grades 1, 2, and 3, and grades 4 and 5, as grades 1, 2, and 3 have different devices. They're going to be using iPads, while the 4 and 5 students are using Chromebooks. The other difference is the time that is going to be allotted for their learning. So most learning tasks are going to be on MyCDS for grades 1, 2, and 3, or on Seesaw. MyCDS is really the jump off point, the platform that we're going to be using for the younger elementary students, and then Google Classroom for 4 and 5 is really the exclusive platform for those students. Um, so if you have issues with MyCDS as a grade 1, 2, or 3 parent, there's an email in the correspondence I just sent for Maria Elena Umania, and she is going to be your contact person for any kind of issues logging onto MyCDS. If your child has issues logging on to Google Classroom in the 4th or 5th grade, you can just email their teachers directly. So the grades 1, 2, and 3 plan here, like I said, it's going to rely on MyCDS as the jump-off platform, and a lot of things will be linked to Seesaw in that, and also videos from the teacher. So you can check out these learning specifics. The learning time frame is important. So this is really not to replace an entire day at school. The idea is that this is going to take, the learning that will take place is going to be maximum about an hour and a half for students in grades 1, 2, and 3. And that is important that they do that hour and a half complete, so that we can continue their learning stamina. But we do not want the kids stuck to the screen, for 7 hours of the day. So the realistic time frame for our grades 1, 2, and 3 students to complete this work is an hour and a half per day. You can look here at the different learning experiences. We're going to be using things like Seesaw, Kids, Pearson Realize with Words Their Way, Go Noodle, Zern, Khan Academy, Brain Pop, and Prodigy. So this takes it through all of how we're giving feedback, our communications with family. This part here is very important. This is the time breakdown. So for literacy, which is reading and writing, 30 to 45 minutes. For math, 20 to 30 minutes. Spanish, 20 to 25 minutes. And then really limitless to fill in the rest of the day, anything to do with art, music, PE, reading, anything from the special areas teachers. So we can be playing games with math, strategy, critical thinking, shoots and ladders. Monopoly is a great one. Battleship, I love to recommend. Or reading picture books, acting them out. Creating props out of simple materials for the kids. So these are all different suggestions for those other times. Now, grades 4 and 5, the biggest difference again, these kids are going to be operating through a Chromebook and being really reliant on Google Classroom. So parents won't be able to log into a Google Classroom of their child. They'll have to look in with their child, as their child is the only one that has a login for Google Classroom. Um, the difference here, the time frame is bumped up. So these students should be working for about 2 hours a day, 30 to 45 minutes on reading, 30 to 45 minutes on writing, 25 to 30 minutes math, 25 to 30 minutes Spanish, and 20 minutes, this is very important, on their musical instrument, either strings or band instrument or choir. So that is very important that that is maintained every day. And then again, here are some limitless activities that you could do throughout the day, so the kids aren't stuck to their screen. We do not want them just playing video games after they finish their work or watching movies. We want them to be active, and so here are some lists of things that they could be doing. So this is our elementary school distance learning plan. Please, again, familiarize yourself with that. In the email that I just sent out, there are a lot of links to emails that you can use for resources. Definitely send me an email if you have any questions, comments, or feedback about the distance learning plan, and I'd be happy to get back to you. All the teachers will be at work tomorrow from 8 to 3, but any school day on Friday, for example, they will be available from 8 to 3 to respond to either your child's concerns or questions or your own. Okay, so please keep in touch with us throughout this process, and we really appreciate your feedback. And please take care of yourselves.